So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. And guess who's here? Mutti! That's right, meine kleine deutsche Mutti ist hier im Weiden in der Oberpfalz. And this is sehr schön. And today we are winding down with a Kir Royale. And this is one of these things that you can just make on the spot. Just need a little bit of bubbly. And you have that nice cassis, the creme de cassis de Dijon. And it is just fabulous in every way possible. One big cube of ice like I use, and it just makes this fantastic drink. It puts me in a wind down mood. Now, when we leave here and finish this grid, I'm gonna edit, get it posted for your enjoyment. And then we're gonna go grab a bite to eat somewhere. So, okay, what do we have here in the grid today? We got a Rebecca Goldstein and Ariela Perlman construction edited by Joel Faliano as usual. And as always, my name is Christopher and I'm delighted to have you here to solve with us. So let's go ahead and jump into our grid. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, wow. That's a big grid. Okay. I know I say it every Sunday, but good Lord. I mean, like I even know I'm going to say it, but it's just a big grid. So James, for whom a NASA telescope is named, that would be the James Webb Telescope, which I was so tickled about having online. We thought the Hubble was great. We could see so much. James Webb, it's changed everything. Just changed everything. Okay, let's see. MIA could be AWOL. And let's see, try again, maybe a redo. And Suave or Sangiovese, and that is a dry red. Dry wine. I guess we're looking for maybe a dry wine is what I guess we're looking for, because they have varying color. Poor things. Now that is as clever as I've ever seen. It's one of yours. Gotta love it. Apt rhyme for fling. How about a sling? Let's check ourselves though, because I have no idea. Crossed arms, furrowed brows, etc. I guess body language. We're gonna type right here. I swear. So one thing I wish I'd done, paid more attention to Mavis Beacon. Part of Q&A, so questions and answers is abbreviated. So I'm assuming we got an A, so let's go with answers here. And seminal protest song written at a Greenwich Village cafe, and that is Blowing in the Wind. Mutti, sitting behind me, will tell you, I spent most of my early formative guitar and keyboard years learning Bob Dylan music. Just amazing. Just amazing. The snit, she says I'm the best. I know you can't hear her, but she can run her mouth all she wants. She's the Mutti. Die Mutti. Unless you use in the German with, it's not with the Mutti, it is mit der Mutti. All of a sudden, it takes on a sex change operation. Just grammar, I don't know. German. App with pics, how about Insta? Helpful toehold for a French learner, say. How about a cognate? That kind of fits in with what we linguists like to talk about an awful lot. Fair enough could be a so be it. And man, this is just a big grid, but gosh, you gotta love it. Touch could be to a butt. Decisions, maybe calls. Let's see. One of the Torah's four mothers. Yeah, anamor mashe malecha. Yeah, I can speak that too. Decisions. I'm going to go with calls and then check ourselves out. What do we got here? This is weird looking. Feline hybrid. No, it's a liger. Now I've got Napoleon Dynamite in my head. This is crazy. Outer edge of Brie could be the rind. Brianna of the WNBA to fans. I think she goes by Stewie. I do not remember Cynthia of 2024's Wicked at all. Let's hope that we can get this on the crosses or I'm going to be screwed. Memo heading, how about In Ray? And let's go on down here and see what we got. Lively get-together. See, now this N and this D tells me this is a shindig, right? You know? So, very good, but we still got to check because I don't know. Aptly named plug-in hybrid. I would assume this is the Chevy Volt. It says aptly named. Awards quartet. Yes, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Very nice. Let's see. Ice belt. No idea just yet. Fake it till you make it. It's kind of how I approach everything in life. Blank and Jan Berenstain, co-creators of the Berenstain Bears. You remember Mutti?
I do.
Stan, right?
Stan.
That's right. Very nice. Yeah. Mutti's on it. Now we see where I get my thinking. C2 could be to tend. One of Mario's catchphrases. I don't know. I never played that. How Muddy has more experience playing Super Mario Brothers. They actually had an NES after I moved out of the house when I was a teenager. So probably here we go. I don't know. It seems like it's something we've got there. Biblical Sanctuary could be an arc. Makes sense. Pots for pens. How about inkwells? Very nice. Fresh cut. Maybe a new do. Again, checking it because I don't feel comfortable with any of it. Like none of it just feels like, oh, that's definitely it, right? Exception of maybe, I don't know, blowing in the wind or body language. Very few. Purveyors of pastrami and pickles. I'm thinking delis. So let's see where we're at. Girl scene. Now, by the way, if you're watching on your phone or on a tablet or on your TV at home and you see me make an error, would you please yell at me so that I can fix it so we don't have to go back and find it where I fat-fingered after the grid? I'd appreciate that. Thanks. Appreciate that very much. Girl scene from a 93 Crossword. Well, we haven't even gotten into the theme yet, have we? Nothing but blue skies. I don't know. So I think this Mario's catchphrase may be here we go, but again, I have to check it. I just don't know. Enthusiastic assent. Well, I'm going to think this may be hell yeah. I remember when the grid never had any kind of cursing. You only had an ass in there if it was biblical. Now it's just any, douchebag, right? But whatever. Kennedy for American, and that would be a hub. What is it? Okay, lumpy looking fruit, ugly. Push around, boss. Now what do we got here? A girl scene from, I don't know what 93 across is, but I bet she's a wheelas. So let's check that out. Consecrated could be holy. Seemingly forever. See, even though I know eons, depending on your pronunciation, they're out there. But whenever I see an AE by itself and then two blanks after that, I think, what did I fat finger? What did I do wrong? But here, looks like we're okay. Activist Yoko. How about Ono? Of sound mind. How about sane? Sports division. Divider in sports. How about a net? Very nice. I like that. Ice belt. Ooh. Maybe a slap shot. A little hockey coming through here. So I gotta keep this in my Cynthia. Is it a Rive or a Riva or a Rivo? I don't know. Whimsical method of transportation depicted in this puzzle's grid. And I'm looking at the grid, and and I'm an artist. I mean, I usually see stuff, but I'm not seeing much here. But I'm gonna assume that this ballasty looking thing here in front of us is a hot air balloon. So I'm going to assume that it's Cynthia Erivo of 2024's Wicked. We'll make this a hot air balloon. And we need to spell it correctly in order to get the points that we so deserve. Moroccan Metropolis, there's a couple there. Pull all the strings, so to speak. Probably a play something. Play what? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a three-letter instrument that would work there besides a uke. I mean, rows of bridesmaids. I don't know any of that stuff. Upper underwear. Maybe a bra. Concerning speck in a sugar bowl. Maybe an ant. But down in America South, we always worried about boll weevils. Bit of swag that may be screen printed, and I'm assuming this is a T. So we got Rose Byrne. That sounds familiar-ish. Stone for some ear gauges. I'm going to go with an agate. And I guess pull all the strings, so to speak, might be to play God, which is actually pretty interesting. Singer in the 24 documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, and that would be J-Lo. I think. Gosh, that would be embarrassing to answer that so confidently and be wrong. Participant in the annual SNL Christmas joke swap, Colin Yost, and I do find him very funny, as a matter of fact. I mean, I'm a fan. The kid's, he's just clean cut, good, all American, whatever. I like him. Invaluable source of information, metaphorically, could be a gold mine. So, for those of you who may be new to solving grids, these cells, this is not a rollover Sunday. This is the kind of Sunday that's actually pretty challenging, right? For a typical Sunday. It's been much harder, of course, but I'm just saying this is a pretty challenging grid. So if you find yourself moving ways through this, I mean, it might take a couple hours, but hang in there, right? It's good stuff. So we got a hot air balloon, vehicle scene from a hot air balloon. I have no idea, but I have enough letters for a minivan. Should I just be gutsy and put it in there? In German, warum nicht? Natürlich. Ich muss. We gotta do it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll eat some crow, right? But at least I'll always be known as the guy that had the guts to try it. The Blank of You 2024 rom-com. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is an idea. Nosh could be to eat. Super Mario Brothers console, that would be the NES that I was talking about that they bought when I left home. So, yeah. Creator of the GOP elephant, wasn't that Nast? Perish the thought. Yes, it was Nast. And so we are going to say, I dare not. Very nice. So, cosmetic product whose name is a portmanteau of its result, and I guess that would be no hair, so Nair. Clever. Like it. Some luxury cars. I've owned a few of these myself. I'm going to tell you, Audis are great, but I'm really kind of stuck on Jag and BMW. I don't know what that's all about. Even though the Jag, that's like even brand new, it seems like it's in the shop like every 3 months, but it's still a sexy car. Yeah. Optic layers. How about Uvias? Bit of quinoa, and I guess that would be a seed. A Kennedy. How about Ted? Reason to see a dermatologist. Oh no, not the acne word. Okay, got it. What do we got here? Give an artfully evasive answer. Well, I bet my mutti can talk about all the times I tap danced around why maybe I smelled like cigarettes or booze or something, like say 14. I don't know. It wasn't because I was with the wrong crowd. I was the president of the wrong crowd. And there was a difference. Abbreviated entreaty. How about a please? A PLS. Let's see what we got here. Like Swiss Army knives, of which I can't imagine not having one on me at all times. And I guess it would be all in one. I'm not like an outdoor survivalist type. I just like having the ability to cut food if I need to, right? Let's see. I have no idea who the glass artist is. Scottish Loch, and that would be a Ness. And I guess we're going to figure out what this is. Refuse to sully oneself. That might be a bit long for me to just take a wild A guess. So soaks up some sun, maybe gets a tan. Refuse to sully oneself. And I've said this before. If you do these long enough, you don't have to count out cells as you go down. You can literally just see what would fit. And I can tell you right now, what would fit in here is, and this is a huge gamble, but I like to take them. So I think this takes the high road. Clearly it takes refuse to take one. We got to get our conjugation right. So take the high road. There we go. Now let's go to checking and see if I'm right or wrong. Work the land, maybe to till. Could be toil also. Check that. So they tell me. It's probably like I get that a lot, but I don't know. And I don't. Spinners, jigs, and flies. Oh my God, we we're just talking about this too. When I was like 12 years old, between the ages of 12 and 14, I was all about being a professional fisherman. If anybody knows all about lures, Den could be a lair. That's so funny that it's even in there. I mean, she brought it up. I mean, it's just crazy. Amazon streaming content. Now I think we're talking about South America. So agua. And I think this is it. I get that a lot is what I'm thinking this is. What do we got here? Actress Russell Carey, very nice. Detector of lies. Okay, this is an interesting thing. I mean, I think this must be a BS meter, which is kind of funny. Litter of a cockapoo and a puggle. Say, I'm gonna go with mutts or, yeah. I guess I get that a lot. Let's go ahead and let's just make the commitment. Mum's word. Good. Shh. Very nice. Non-negotiables could be musts. Herbal essences, maybe teas. I don't know. Cloying. God, what a great word. I don't think I've used that in a long time. Last time I used the word cloying, I was talking about someone being saccharine, like fake sweet. I was using it like almost in the terms like, what an unctuous jackhole. And sorry, hiccups. But I think this is sugary. I got to check it because it doesn't feel great. Because nothing feels great in this grid because this grid is actually a challenge and it's pretty on the clever side. And I don't know about you if you've noticed or not, but there hasn't been a lot of inelegant fill, which makes this kind of fun to do. Antiquated laundry receptacle. Well, it depends on what your idea of decor is, because a wash tub might be pretty cool, actually. Matt of Magic Mike, you would have to know who Magic Mike was. I don't have a clue. So, and what's he then that says I played the villain? Oh my gosh. Shakespeare Majors Unite. Elizabethan poetry Majors Unite. This is none other but an Iago. Poor Othello. No idea who this person is. Partner of Glitz could be Glim. Chicago's Lake Shore Drive. In fact, I was on that once, driving with my parents, riding in the back, and we got rear-ended by some officer's kid on Lake Shore Drive. I'm not kidding you. I mean, this is just full of all kinds of craziness here, right? Up in Chicago, boom. Went to go see Tiffany. Hi, Gabriel. Went to go see Tiffany graduate from basic training. So this self-sacrificial sort could be a martyr. And I better commit this memory. So Matt Bomer of Magic Mike, assuming I even have this stuff right. I mean, I might have fat-fingered something somewhere. I got to tell you, this is such a big grid. If I fat-fingered something, I'm probably just going to go ahead and reveal it because honestly, this is a lot of work. Gives into gravity. Ooh, sags. That's no bueno. Coupon Clippers acronym. I haven't got a clue. I do not. Triumph alone, or truth alone triumphs for India. That is their motto. Counterpart of un abrazo. Is that a beso? I mean, like a kiss? I mean, it's abrazo is a hug. I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable with it, but if I'm wrong, I bet you something that's right there. But I'm telling you, with this ginormous a grid, we'll probably just reveal. Picture you carry everywhere for sure. We've got 3 letters with a T. I have no idea just yet. Part of a strong hand could definitely be aces. And so maybe this is a tat? Starchy root? Yeah, taro, right? I mean, you can't get much starchier than that. So I guess a tat is a picture you carry everywhere for sure. That's fantastically brilliant. That is really clever. Nice. Nice job, Rebecca Goldstein and Ariela Perelman. Very nice. Tom's partner. So I guess that could be a she-cat. I'm not sure how I feel about that word. Holmes' counterpart. Oh, gosh. The mnemonic devices. Dwelling seen from a 93 across. So co-workers send something over, maybe email me. Well, I think we've gone beyond the age of the fax machine. My treat on me. Santa's staff could be elves. Everyone in Georgia or Texas, y'all. Article in Alsace, and that would be le. Very nice. Is this a hive mind? Yeah, I think this could be a tiny house. I think what we're talking about here is that if you're up in a hot air balloon, it would all be a tiny house, but we're using these sayings here. Tushies could be bums. Recipe, verb. You gotta bake, boil, all I can really think of. Attachment to an air pump. Let's go with a hose, and so therefore I guess we got a boil here. Okay, nice. Well, yeah, that works for it. Company with a yellow stick figure mascot known as the Running Man. I'm assuming this is AOL. I don't know, honestly. The Penguin Era. I see this all the time. HBO. Need to probably watch one of those. Rookie could be a newbie. Very nice. Let's see. Movie in which wet bandits get scammed by a kindergartner. Yeah, I think that was Home Alone. And I can still hear Joe Pesci in this. But for some reason, it's Joe Pesci with the same vernacular that he used in Goodfellas. So, probably not something I love. In Lima would be ti amo. Neighborhood scene from a 93 across. So if we're talking about just being in a hot air balloon and somehow or another this grid's supposed to represent that, I don't see it. But did you see a hot air balloon in that?
You could vaguely see the big...
I see the basket.
The basket. And
I see the balloon.
And then the balloon.
But I'm just thought, but then what is this other detritus? What's this other paraphernalia out there? I mean,
See, I don't see that at all.
I don't know. If this was a Rorschach test, I don't know. I think they would see.
We're probably crazy.
Yeah, probably crazy. Exactly. I'm going to go with small town on this just because it would be a small town at that point. But let's see. Hindu god of rights and responsibility, and that would be Rama. All right. Memorize your Greek gods, your Roman gods, your Hindu gods, and your Norse gods at a minimum. Make sure that you memorize your Hebrew alphabet. Make sure that you memorize your periodic table of the elements. You just get those basics in there so you always got that, right? The Greek alphabet, man, that's important, right? Because they're always going to come up with some crap. Oh, it's between a theta and a... Know it, at least, so they can't hem you up with that, right? Record of the year. What are you thinking? Annum? I don't know. What is this? No, and none, maybe. Because I think that Jack is a tune. Mandarin, Japanese would be arigato. Now I gotta remember how to spell arigato. Oh, whatever. The L word creator, Shikana would be Eileen. Typo catchers and brief editors. So saliva secretor gland. Yeah, bronze statue outside 30 Rockefeller Plaza. No, that's Atlas. Okay, so Anon. I'm hoping that that's all right. All right, let's do it. The other way around. Okay, well, no idea just yet. Use a pen. No idea there either. Asian bean variety. Yes, I used to eat these all the time. Mung beans. And a friend of mine from India introduced me to them, and they were so good. Line before takeoff. What, up and away? Who knows? Pasted pasta. Oh. Yeah, I think that's macaroni art. I don't know what else it could be. I don't. Use a pen, no idea yet. RN's workplace, how about the ICU? Shout out to my Shotzi. Thanks for being a superhero and your superhero power being nursing. Yeah. Maximum could be a cap. I don't know. We'll try it. It just looks like it's turning into up and away. I was just joking. I'm going to put it in there, actually. Why not? It's kind of fun. So use a pen. Actually, could be a vape. I didn't even think about that. The other way around could be vice versa. Oh, man. I feel like I've certainly got something fat-fingered here. But how do we do, Bob? Exactly. This is what I knew was coming. And this is just so big, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run through it real quick because I don't want to have to actually lose my streak. Macaroni, art, agua, redo, up, and away, carry, dry wine, BS, meter, sling, arigato, mutts, and what is that? Insta, part of Q&A, answer, yes, small town, snit, home alone, tease, cognate, anon, So Rama, Eileen, Glenn, Atlas, Tune. No, I think that's all right there. About Ace, Eds, HBO, Log, oh, Iago, very nice. Lee, Taro, Boyle, Glam, Liger, Tiny House Shore, Stewie, Email Me, Martyr, In Regard, Elves, Bogo, Shindigs, Le, Gets a 10 volt, Yoast, Dale, Arc, Hot Air Balloon, Please, New Doom, Play God, Audis. What is this? That's a wee lass. Okay. So Bra, Minivan, Helia, and I Dare Not, Ugly, Ono, T, Ness, NES, Acne, Boss, Nut, 8, Seed. Well, then you know what? We're going to go down now. So we've got Ward, Yours, Body Language, Blowing in the Wind, Insta, Mung, Vape, ICU, Cap, ERA, Fun. From in Frankfurt, yes, Fun. And Ria, Narrow Inlet, Saw, Arab. Thank you so much. Must take the high road. I get that a lot. Lures, Lair, Bomer, Sugary. You know what? Screw it. I mean, come on. Just what's going on? Tell me. Oh, come on. Seriously? Ugh. A tool. I was thinking of a cartoon. But I gotta say, this is a fantastic construction. It was really super. It was clever. It was difficult. It was beyond the pale. It was a fantastic grid. I really enjoyed making my way through that. And also, I have to say, there were maybe one or two spots that had zero inelegant fill, but the best part was the Liger. There was a Liger in there. And I haven't heard of a Liger ever in my entire life till I saw Napoleon Dynamite, and that was absolutely perfect. But let's go ahead and toss this thing out of here for now, and we'll bring down our Banyade Adieu. And I just want to say, it has been such a pleasure reading the comments to get to know more of you and from you. Those mean the most to me because we're actually building a community. We're building it, on kind of a trust and an exchange of information, right? That makes us reliable in a lot of ways, and that makes us a cliquish group. I've noticed, we have nothing but positive energy coming from it, and everybody here wants to help out, wants to share their frames of reference, and that is huge to me. So until I see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Ahawa. We'll see you tomorrow. Until we see you then, be good to yourselves, be good to your friends, and be especially nice to the person behind you in the queue. Be well. Cheers.